It's my pleasure to welcome you to the Valley High School Class of 2013 graduation ceremony. At this time, please stand for the presentation of colors by Valley's AFJ ROTC. The Star Spangled Banner will be performed by Valley High School Band and Orchestra. At this time, graduates, please remove your caps. Please remain standing until the colors have left the floor. Thank you. You may be seated. Friends, families, and guests, thank you for joining the class of 2013 in celebrating their graduation. I'm Patricia Rivera, the Activities Director at Valley High School, and I will be your Master of Ceremony this morning. Today's guest, as I introduce you, if you would please stand to be recognized. I'll begin with our platform guests. Lorenzo Garcia, APS Board of Education. Dr. Don Duran, APS Board of Education. Andy Tribus, APS Leadership Team. Phil Casaus, APS Leadership Team. Winston Brooks, APS Superintendent. Anthony Griego, Valley High School Principal. Gloria Garza, Curriculum Assistant Principal. Dina Garcia, Special Programs Coordinator. Sari Grube, Graduate Announcer. Valedictorian, Estefania Montanes. Valedictorian, Therese Martinez. And and salutatorian Jared Romero. Next, I would like to recognize the individuals seated in our VIP seating section. Danielle Thrush, counselor. Eliseo Montoya, counselor. Deanna Romero Vigil, counselor. Carol Jones Garcia, college and career counselor. Joanne Arite, Crossroads counselor. And Carolyn Lucero, school nurse. Next are our faculty leaders. Deborah Laribas, 9th grade dean. Larry Pavat, SLC coordinator. Alicia Garcia, Valley Academy coordinator. Joe Coleman, athletic director. George Cooper, performing arts. Kelly Egan, English. Priscilla Cunningham, social studies. Mike Goodrich, math. Anna Mae Gold, bilingual coordinator. Miriam Shaw, technology coordinator. Janice Chase, math. Dr. Harry Posas, modern classical languages. Nicole Vigil, English. Chad Kuhn, physical education. John Wallace, social studies. And Missy Mick, math. It's my pleasure to introduce Valley High School Principal, Mr. Anthony Griego.
Good morning. Welcome parents, family, faculty, honored guests, and the class of 2013. This morning, we come together to celebrate the graduation of this class of 2013. I would like to thank all of our parents, family members, and friends who have loved, guided, and supported these graduates over the years. I would also like to thank all of our teachers who, by virtue of the career they have chosen, have made a positive impact in the lives of these graduates, which will be evident in their future accomplishments. To our graduates, I would like to read a letter given to me by one of your classmates entitled, Life, a Gift Misunderstood. As I read, I would like for each one of you to reflect on your life now and what you plan to do in the future. Life isn't a period of time where you are born, live, and finally die. It isn't a boring routine that repeats over and over again. Life is a gift that we all have, but one that only some understand. A gift so marvelous and great that it blows our minds just to think about it. What is life is? A gift like no other, but one that many times is not even regarded as one. Life is so great and complex that we don't even think of it as a gift. We think of it as a plain old period of time where we live, work, and finally die. Nothing learned and nothing lived. But how is life a gift? Yes, we laugh, but we also suffer. Some more than others. But we still feel that terrible pain one way or the other at one time or the other. How can life be a gift if there is so much out there bad? War, violence, drugs, disease, sickness. Well, you know what? I'll tell you exactly why. The life you are living right now is unlike any other life. It has its downs, yes, but also has many ups. You may cry for an hour or a day or a week, but also has many ups. You will be guaranteed to laugh for a year or a decade. You will fall, yes, many times, but you should rise and keep on walking. You will continue on that path of life, and many times you will be face to face with that mountain that you fear with all your strength and heart. At that point, you must decide if you want to climb it or simply lie there, hopeless and sad, facing that mountain that will not move. These are the times where one must look in the mirror and see who you really are and who you can really be. You need to see your heart, not your mind. You need to evaluate, decide, and do what will get you to who you want to be. Nobody said it was going to be a walk in the park. You don't have to tell me. I've probably lived more through things than most people will ever in their lifetime. Yes, I know they're rough and tough, but I also know what it feels like up there on top of that mountain that you have conquered, looking around, not as the world, but as your own life. That is why we have mountains, not for the heck of it or for us just to make us angry and sad, but to teach us how to climb and help us make the best of our magnificent gift. Life, like any present, can be denied or ignored. Yes, we may always live it no matter what, but we may not even know what it's there. Like a puppy waiting to be discovered and loved again. Life is like everything in this world. It isn't anything worth or anything less unless we make it something. That right there is the reason why many people are confused and end up taking wrong turns and heading down the wrong path. Many who don't even know they have a life, and that it is a beautiful and magnificent. It's all about the simple act of slowing down, smelling the roses, and remembering how great your life really is. That is why this life that you are living right now is such a great gift. No, it isn't a bag with millions of dollars. It's so much more than that. It's a gift that can't be compared to any other, one so great that even if we ponder for the rest of our lives, we may not even be able to understand it completely. That is why this life is such a great gift. It is like a gift card from heaven that lets us walk and enjoy a path of greatness or a meaningless path down a dark road. It's a gift that lets us discover, learn, and enjoy what we were given. That is why this life is such a great gift, but at the end, it all comes down to you. Will you ignore your life and never really live, or will you make it an unforgettable experience that can't be compared to anything else, and that signifies who you are and who you become? To my fellow classmates, go out and live your life to the fullest. I wish to each and every one of you a happy and productive life. May the future be yours. Cesar Quesada Rojas.
The Valley Choir will perform Seasons of Love, music and lyrics by Jonathan Larson. They are under the direction of Miss Shinwolf and accompanied by Miss Kamatara. And now, Ms. Garza will introduce Valley's 2013 valedictorians and salutatorian.
I would first like to recognize and congratulate the parents of our salutatorian, Mr. and Mrs. Leroy and Patricia Romero. Please stand. Thank you. I now have the proud honor to introduce Valley High School's 2013 salutatorian, Jared Romero, with a 4.5 GPA.
Welcome, fellow graduates, family, faculty, and guests. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to come and celebrate this once-in-a-lifetime achievement. Well, you guys, we made it. Can you believe it? It's kind of weird. After 13 years of schooling, we're finally getting what we came for, a diploma. And for some of us, our education has just begun. So as you move on to this next point in your life, wherever you go, seize as many opportunities as possible and make your future everything you want it to be. It's your responsibility now. But always remember where you came from. Remember all the memories you made here at Valley. Remember all the classes and the lunches you guys had together? Remember all the new friends you made or all the old friends that you reconnected with? Remember rushing the basketball court after a huge win? Remember holding up that district or state trophy or an award that you earned at a competition? Remember all the dances where we acted like fools, but try not to remember all the time we spent outside waiting just to get into the dance? And finally, remember that moment when your name is called and you finally get that diploma in your hands? But now remember, you have to go and make new memories wherever you go in life. You're moving into a world full of opportunities, but don't just stand there and let them pass you by. Success only comes to those who seek it out. Lastly, I have a job for all of you guys. I want everyone to thank your family. Now, I don't mean just your relatives when I say family. I want you to thank all the friends around you, all the people you're graduating with, all the teachers that helped you get to where you are, and any other people who helped you along your journey. Because at Valley High School, the class of 2013 is and always will be a family. Thank you and good luck, everybody.
I would now like to recognize and congratulate the parents of our two valedictorians, Mr. and Mrs. Joe and Becky Martinez, and Mr. and Mrs. Ramiro and Irma Montanez. Please stand. Thank you. Family and friends, class of 2013, it is my honor to introduce Valley High School's two valedictorians, Therese Martinez with the 4.55 GPA and Estefania Montanez, 4.5 GPA.
Sorry about that. It's been 4 years, 48 months, 1,461 days, 35,064 hours, 2,103,840 minutes, 126,230,400 seconds since we first stepped foot on the campus of Valley High School and called ourselves Vikings. And yes, I did take the time to do all that math. When I think of my 4 years at high school, I like to think of it as a system of equations. And bear with me, I may get a little excited and start going off on some math tangent. When we first became freshmen, we were handed this enormous problem that was a jumble of numbers and letters, and it seemed impossible to solve. At first glance, I had no idea what to do. Who in their right mind could handle such a daunting problem as a freshman? But as we started to make friends and learn our way around the school, the problem didn't seem as scary anymore. In fact, we actually ended up solving for one of the variables. As the summers passed and we began to figure out more and more who we are, we began to work more and more on our equation. But solving this still wasn't easy. There were times when we thought we had everything figured out. But as soon as we plugged our answer in, we found out we were wrong. And that's exactly how high school works. It's a big system of trial and errors. We go through different fashion statements, we make new friends, we lose others. And let's not forget the dumb decisions that we made that I'll refrain from mentioning due to the sheer embarrassment they'll bring. But even after all these mistakes, we still somehow managed to find all the correct answers and get solved yet another variable. When we finally got to call ourselves seniors, that huge, monstrous, and impossible-looking problem we were handed as freshmen didn't seem as scary anymore. In fact, we only had one more variable to go. We sat through all our classes and tried to fight off senioritis as best we could. And now, here we are, at the last step of solving our equation. This crazy equation we call high school. Now, as we cross this stage to redeem our reward for figuring out high school, I want you all to do one thing. When we leave here today, I want you all to make new friends and new memories, because that's what life's about. It's never going to stop handing us problems, and at times it may seem unfair. We'll look around and see life handing out simple addition and subtraction problems to others, while we're faced with some crazy calculus thing that requires 3 steps of integration by parts. But what we can't forget is that the problem that life is giving to us is for a reason. It helps shape who we are. So that's what I want to tell you. Solve every problem that life hands you, and when you get stuck, don't be afraid to reach out for a hand. Congratulations, and good luck, class of 2013.
Hola, good morning. I'd like to begin by thanking my parents, teachers, and my awesome friends. I really wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. And a special shout out to my mock trial buddies and my band comrades, as well as, to pretty much everyone I had the pleasure of meeting. So, congratulations, class of 2013. You guys made it. Among all the celebration, however, I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge a special classmate who isn't here today. Cesar Quesada Rojas, thank you for being an amazing friend and the greatest person to walk the earth. Although you're not present, I think we can all agree you're very much here and very much a part of the class of 2013. A mis hermanos latinos, yo también soy una soñadora inmigrante como muchos lo somos y sé que no siempre es fácil seguir luchando adelante. Estoy muy orgullosa de todos ustedes que se gradúan hoy y les deseo mucha suerte en lograr sus metas. Sé que lo lograrán porque ustedes son extraordinarios y tendrán mucho éxito si siguen en sus vidas con la misma ambición que los trajo aquí. It's a great honor to stand before you as one of the valedictorians, and it's especially awesome because I get to share the title with my best friend. Last year, to be honest though, I really didn't know what a valedictorian was. And so the first time I heard that word, I did what they taught me to do in elementary school, and I took it apart to analyze its meaning. So valedictorian sounds a lot like a valley and dictator put together. And so I thought that was what it meant, but then that didn't make any sense, so I just looked it up on Google like a normal person. And then it turned out that the valedictorian is the person with the highest academic rank in a class who delivers the valedictory speech at graduation. So I guess that's what I'm doing now. To be honest, to be valedictorian was never really my goal, but I had a passion for learning. And so I just listened to that inner voice. By the way, it's always a good thing to listen to that inner voice if it doesn't lead to crime. So I followed my passion and I followed my love of learning. You know, success is often the result of taking a misstep in the right direction. But even if you're on the right track, you'll get run over if you just sit there. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that a lot of love, a little ambition, and some awesome mentors can help drive you to a place of great success. In life, find what you love and chase after it with everything you've got, because the only place where success comes before work is in the dictionary. So class of 2013, this is your time. This is my time. This is our time. And you were made to be awesome. So let's get out there. Follow your passion and stay true to yourself. Never follow someone else's path. Unless you're in the woods and you're lost and you see a path, then you should probably follow that path.
This is the time you've been waiting for. Board members, Mr. Lorenzo Garcia and Dr. Duran, I would like to present to you the class of 2013. They have met all requirements as set forth by the Albuquerque Public Schools Board of Education along with the New Mexico Public Education Department. To you, I present to you the class of 2013.
Principal Griego, esteemed family and students, on behalf of the Albuquerque Public Schools Board of Education, we accept the 2013 graduating class of Valley High School.
Congratulations, class of 2013.
Jamie Cody Aaron. Isaac G. Alanis. Luz Selena Alanis. Royce A. Alcocer. Eduardo Aldava. Jessica B. Alires. Solomon F. Allen. Cypress Rose Anaya. Brianna R. Andalina. My Ashley Apodaca. Samantha L. Apodaca. Adrian A. Arambula. John Michael Aranda. Alfonso Raymond Archuleta. Christopher Stephen Archuleta. Alicia R. Armijo. Celine A. Armijo. Mayra Alejandra Arras. Jose Luis Felipe Ayala. Luna D. Bandera. Marcus Julian Barbero. Augustina Barella. Daniel J. Beltran. Anthony Justin Benavides. Stephen Patrick Bishop. Gabriella Thelma Blois. Randall S. Brandenburg. Veda Ruth Brown. Victor A. Brown. Miley M. Bird. Gabriel Mark Calderon Badilla. Alejandra O. Campos. Christopher L. Candelaria. Jesus M. Caraveo. Jose Manuel Carlos. Andrea Caro. Lionel J. Caro. Christian Carrillo. Jessica Jordan Carrillo. James Jesse Carter Jr. Kevin Castillo Quintana. Miguel A. Castillo. Anthony Robert Cervantes. Shaylin M. Chavez. Delana Monique Chavez. Felicia Nicole Chavez. Crystal N. Chavez. Regina Renee Chavez. Edgar Eduardo Claudio. Daniel Isaiah Conkle. Lynette Renee Cordova. Brenda Corral. Jasmine Corral. Nicolas Antonio Cruz. Magdalena Alma Difani. Inez Dominguez. Luz A. Dozal. Alyssa Christina Dudkowitz. Salvador Dueñas. Christopher Duran Marquez. Inette Eves. Nicole Eves. Marissa Ashley Endicott. Mario E. Fierro. Jose A. Flores. Zachary S. Frank. Andrew S. Gallegos. Brian Cody Gallegos. Selena Marie Gallegos. Michelle J. Gallegos. Austin Gamboa. Humberto Gamboa. Heather Garcia. Martin Lawrence Garcia. Miranda Renee Garcia. Nico F. Garcia. Raquel L. Garcia. Tiffany Serena Garcia. Timothy J. Garcia. Eric Garcia Rubio. Jody Elizabeth Garduño. Kristen Ann Giesick. Angela S. Gonzalez. Benjamin D. Gonzalez. Dominic Eloy Gonzalez. Fermin Gonzalez. Juan Grajeda. Darian Lee Green. Nina Antoinette Green. Heather Rosemary Griego. Aaron Matthew Gutierrez. Claudia J. Gutierrez. Isaias M. Gutierrez. Jordan Elizabeth Gutierrez. Roberto E. Gutierrez. Emilio Luis Hernandez. Laura Hernandez. Robert Alexander Hill. Stetson Ryan Holliday. Caitlin M. Hooper. Isabella Victoriana Jaramillo. Courtney Elizabeth Johnson. Rhea Elizabeth Jojola. Clarissa Yvette Jones. Marty Jean Kai. Rowan A. Kirby. Josephine I. Kozlowski. Esteban E. Loera. Vanessa M. Lopez. Yesenia Y. Lopez. Cheyenne Lynn Lowe. Samantha Noel Lowe. Joshua Luis Lozano. Joseph M. Lucero. Levi Mark Lucero. Sydney Lee Lucero. Anna Karen Lucio. Therese Estella Luna. Maritza A. Maestas. Tawny Monique Maestas. Anthony Robert Marquez. Tyler James Marquez. Bobby Marie Martinez. Fabian Jesus Martinez. Jasmine Angelina Martinez. Therese Marinita Martinez. Kelly L. McNeil. Brandy J. Medici. Nicholas Ty Meyer. Andy Mirabal. Madison L. Mirabal. Kiyomi S. Moffitt. David N. Mondragon. Jose F. Mondragon. Estefania Montañez. Esteban M. Montaño. Jessica Lynn Montaño. Carlos R. Montoya. Frederick P. Montoya. Katrina M. Montoya. Rachel M. Montoya. Zachary John Montoya. Lydia M. Morales. Lilybell Morales. Quirino G. Morales. Alexandra Moreno. Mercedes L. Morgan. Elijah J. Motley. Alicia M. Moya. Karen Munoz. Ariana Myers. Vivica Unique Navarro. Elizabeth Nevarez. Joshua Neves. Javier Ochoa Lopez. Dante Damon Ortega. Gabrielle Feliz Ortega. Shante Simone Ortega. Marissa T. Ortiz. Timothy Ross Ortiz. Andrew Pacheco. Donovan Andrew Pacheco. Alexa Padilla. Megan Adrienne Padilla. Trinidad L. Pais. Cheyenne Gloria Palacios. Devin Nicole Palomino. Megan Sarah Pavelko. Tracy Lynn Peralta. Annalisa C. Pizarro. Ever M. Portillo. Cesar Quesada Rojas. Genesis Guadalupe Quesada. Sarah Victoria Ramirez. Juan A. Ramos. Dominic M. Ricari. Nicolette J. Rivera. Miranda Maria Roach. Angel M. Rodarte. Gabriel Rodriguez. Janine Maeve Rogi. Jessica M. Rojo. Jared Lee Romero. Jonathan M. Romero. Nicolas Paul Romine. Marissa Yvonne Roybal. Angel Ruelas. Marcus J. Ruiz. Amy Lee M. Rumley. Andrew Saavedra. Daniel Saavedra. Eric Daniel Saavedra. Isaiah Saavedra. Alyssa Marie Sainz. Brittany L. Salazar. Robert Mais Sanchez Jr. Andrew J. Sanchez. Dominic C. Sanchez. Dominic Ricardo Sanchez. Monica D. Sanchez. Santiago Sanchez. Robin Marie Sandoval. Anthony James Sandoval Martinez. Eden M. Santisteban. Ricardo Sarmiento. James A. Sararain. Isaac Richard Stevens. Daniel R. Tafoya. Marina Amalia Tafoya. Christina Monique Tapia. Andrea Taran. Angelica Marie Torres. Stephanie Renee Torres. Anthony Robert Torres. Moses Trujeque. Aaron Christopher Trujillo. Ashley Trujillo. Claudia Valencia Quiroz. Driana D. Valencia. Mateo A. Vallejos. Alfonso Vargas Jr. Jacqueline C. Vargas. Kayla Nicole Vargas. Jacqueline Leah Christine Vigil. Marissa Cherie Vigil. Khadija Sakina Mecca Shante Watley. Marisa A. Wickham. Hunter Leland Worley. Jonathan P. Ibada. Sarah Nicole Yoakum. Ezequiel Montaño.
At this time, I'd like to introduce Valley High School 2013 Senior Class President, Isabella Jaramillo. She will lead her class in the ceremonial changing of the tassels.
So before I say to move our tassels, I would just like to say to Sasad, I know you're here with us and you're always going to be in our hearts, and we're going to do our best to make you proud. Valley High School Class of 2013, you may move your tassels. We did it!
Stand up, Class of 2013. the meet and greet area to congratulate your senior. Thank you for attending our ceremony.
Albuquerque Public Schools, support the potential.